What's up? Check out this blunt and honest review from the Jock and Nerd Podcast. That's us. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the rug boy.
What's up, guys?
Jock and Nerd. Okay, fellas, let's get into it. It's time for this week's review. We will be discussing Predator Badlands. Here's your spoiler alert.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
Predator Badlands is the 9th film in the Predator franchise that started all the way back in 1987. This is the 3rd Predator movie from director Dan Trachtenberg. His movies now, if you notice, kind of bookend the timeline of the Predator franchise. Very interesting. Also, Predator, originally created by Jim Thomas, John Thomas, are the creators of the characters. They don't get enough credit. I just wanted to credit.
I always give John Thomas lots of credit.
The Jim, I guess they were brothers. The Thomas brothers coming up with this cool character. On the Rotten Tomatoes, currently Predator is holding 85% tomato meter critic review, 95% audience rating. This on Rotten Tomatoes would put it as the 3rd highest rated Predator movie out of the 9. Higher at number 2, you got Prey, 94%. Number 1, Predator, Killer of Killers. Now, also, it's not fair since those weren't theatrical, so talk about box office and trying to compare these, it gets a little sketchy, right? On Metacritic, it is 71%. 71, not percent, just 71. What's the letterbox there, Anthony?
I think it was like 3. You always do this, and I always
and you always know it's coming because you always know I'm going to do this.
No, I'm not even paying attention, really. So let's see here. Letterbox is 3.6.
Okay, wow, pretty good. The movie was made for $105 million, and has a very good opening weekend. In fact, kind of saves the box office. We talked about the abysmal worst Halloween box office weekend last week. Predator Badlands opens to $40 million domestic, $40 million international, $80 million.
Yeah, pretty solid opening.
That's amazing.
Oh, shit.
Or beat expectations.
Yes, it was. I thought it would be like 25, 30.
I think 25, 30 was the initial projection.
This is the biggest Predator opening ever. Also, the franchise's best cinema score, apparently A-. And I think the PG-13 helped that. And if you look at the rest of the top 10, the next movie made $7 million. So number 1 was 40, then it was 7. So slowly the box office is coming back. Of course, I mentioned this, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, screenplay by Patrick Asan, a story by Trachtenberg and Asan, who they also wrote Prey. And the movie has a very slim cast. You got Elle Fanning playing 2 androids, synths from Weyland-Yutani, and Demetrius Schuster Kalau-Matangi is in the suit, the body of Deck, our hero. And then Cameron Brown plays all the drone synths from Weyland-Yutani. One dude, that was one dude. I wonder if he gets multiple paychecks for this. Probably not. Because and that's really it. Is your cast there. Anthony.
Yes.
This movie's PG-13, which is also a first in the franchise.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, Alien versus Predator, the first EVP was PG-13.
Was okay.
If you count that part of the franchise.
So that's the thing. If we're talking the 9 movies, those are part of it, technically.
Right.
They're kind of an outline. Okay. Well, it's a rare PG-13 for the franchise. Nice runtime, 1 hour, 47 minutes. What is Predator Badlands about?
Predator Badlands is about told from the story of a predator for the first time. And we follow Deck as he is the runt of his family and has to prove himself to his father that he is not the runt. So he decides to go to the most dangerous planet in the universe, in the galaxy, to hunt the most dangerous animal to prove himself.
And your history with Predator. Look, if you listen to the show, you know we all love Predator. But your personal history with Predator.
I mean, I've always liked Predator. I think I got into Predator first because of like the games, video games, and like Alien versus Predator. I remember playing that game, or playing the Alien, Predator games at like arcades and stuff. And then remember renting Predator from the first time from Blockbuster and being, I had a similar reaction to the Predator that I did Terminator and Alien, where I was like, oh, this is way more violent than as a kid, like at my age, should be watching this, but I kind of like it. And I saw Predator 2, and I remember being very hyped for AVP when that came out and that being disappointed. And I've followed all the Predator movies, and I've been reinvigorated because of Dan Trachtenberg. Prey was awesome, really unexpected. Killer of Killers was awesome. I went and saw Predator Badlands, the Hall H panel this year at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. So I've always liked Predator. Predator's one of the coolest things that they've ever created. John McTiernan and Stan Winston, when they first made that original Predator, I mean, that could have gone sideways. I mean, it was almost Jean-Claude Van Damme as like a ninja Predator.
Right. And then the other story I heard is that James Cameron is the one who actually saw the designs, and he was like, put some mandibles on him. And that was a Cameron suggestion. Ruggs, have you heard that story?
James Cameron's always responsible for everything. That's all you got to need to know.
Ruggs, the first movie, it did win our 80s action movie tournament.
It did indeed.
What is your history with Predator?
Well, I love Arnold. I watched all the Arnold movies. This was one of them. And then, like, Predator became a thing. Like, I always thought, hey, you got a fucking giant alien that wears dreads and has a fishnet shirt on.
Yeah.
I'm like, this
should be a hot thing at Hot Topic costume right there.
Yeah, I feel like I could hang out with this dude. And he was badass. And I just love that whole scene with Arnold. Come on, do it. Kill me. I'm here. And how he laughs as he presses the button and then he explodes. But the sheer violence of a predator, like skinning the skull and the collecting the skulls, and just badass. Everything about it is super badass. And I could never really figure it out because these aliens are different. They're like violent aliens. They're like big and they're strong and they seem to be primal, but they have all this technology.
So I watched this video from Screen Crush. It was one of those, the whole Predator franchise recap up until now. And in the beginning, he said that they have the tech because they took it from the species that was enslaving them. And then they rioted or whatever, rebelled and killed them and ended up with their technology, which they don't.
That's got to be from like a book or something. That's never been canon.
Which they don't really know how to fix. So like when things break, they just abandon them. Like they don't fully understand how that works. Apparently,
I don't take any of that. That to me, that's all bullshit.
Well, the word Yautja also comes from a book. It's never been.
I do know that
movie. So if you're talking about, I don't know, that was the explanation I heard, and I was like, oh, I never fucking knew that. Where they got the tech from. But there was a mystery to it, right? The original movie, very simple, straightforward kind of hunt movie. You don't really know a lot. And the same thing with me. I was discovering Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and you stumble on this one and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. And it was back in time in the 80s when R-rated properties would just become toys and cartoons for kids like RoboCop and Terminator. And you didn't know these were fucking violent movies. But that was what was amazing about it. Anyways, Anthony, back to you. Opening thoughts after experiencing Badlands first time.
I mean, I liked it. Like I had a great time at the movie theater with this Predator Badlands. I think it was a risk to take this route, right? Yeah. The normal thing would have been to just follow this story from another human's perspective and have the Predator hunting the human. Like that's always somewhat worked. This franchise has had its ups and downs. I mean, the Predator, for what it's worth, is like one of the worst movies you'll ever see.
Yes.
I think we reviewed that on this show.
I mean, none of the movies made a lot of money, really, if you look at it, or were like really highly rated. It's kind of interesting.
Except the first
one. But the first one on Rotten Tomatoes, they have it at 64%. And I was like, fuck off. That should be number one. Bullshit.
No, the first Predator is awesome. Yes. Whatchamacallit? I lost track. Oh, this one. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think they did take a risk, but I think it was a fun risk. And I would say, just as an opening thought, this movie felt like an action adventure video game. It literally felt like you were playing as like the video games that they make, you get to play as the Predator.
Yeah.
This is the first time where they did a movie where you were basically rooting for the Predator.
Yeah.
And you were on the Predator's side, and it felt like throughout the movie just kept leveling up, and then getting to the final boss, and then having to level up even more. I have some problems with some of the things they decided to do. Like, I thought they would made it a little too cutesy at times, like trying to add like a Jar Jar Binks type character to the franchise. But for the most part, I thought everything worked, and I just thought it was a really fun time at the theater. Like, it's one of those where if you like the Predator and you don't mind the risk that they take, I think it actually is a fun ride. And they did a smart thing by, doing the smaller Predator, the Runt. Like, they made it much more, even though Ruggs could relate to the Predator when he was big and wore a fishnet shirt, most people can't relate to that type of character, right?
Yeah.
But to make it from a Runt's perspective, everyone can kind of understand, the Runt of the family and this underdog story now. So I thought it was smart and fun time. Really good time.
Ruggs, opening thoughts?
It's a lot of fun. It's a fun movie. It is. If you don't think about it, it's a good time. It's a fun adventure. Like, I miss movies like this where you can just go follow whoever and get behind him or get behind the character and want them to complete their goals and triumph in the end. And it all had that. It had all that. I like the beginning of the movie where the music was cool and it seemed like it was going to be a different kind of movie, but then it kind of shifted into like Avatar Light at a certain point in time.
Yeah.
And then it never got back to that opening sequence where it seemed like, oh, we're in this fucking alien world and it's going to be all kind of crazy. And I felt like it was like Blade Runner almost in the beginning with the music and establishing it
on Yautja Prime.
Yeah, and then it kind of, when it gets to this planet, it kind of seems like a very generic video game planet. There was nothing that really stood out. Like we just watched Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah,
and that was the same idea. The planet's trying to kill you the whole time.
That was crazy,
and that was way cooler than this.
Yeah,
but if you're just going for thrills, it's there. It's fun, and it's like nonstop action, and it's always moving.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
Yeah.
I did not like the, I'm going to say spoilers. Yeah, there is an introduction of a character that is like a cute character.
We'll get there.
And I don't like the way they introduced this character. They just kind of like, here you go. Like, it's okay if you earn it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because they want to give you a surprise at the end. But I feel like they just like throw this character in, and it's very apparent that they're like, hey, we're giving you this like Grogu character for you to like.
Yeah, or baby.
And then don't worry though, you just wait to the end of the movie and you're gonna see why we did it. So it was weird, but I did enjoy it. It was still fun. Even with all that stuff, it was still a fun movie.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time with this movie. There are flaws. It didn't blow me away, but it's super entertaining. Dan Trachtenberg already did your typical Predator story in Prey. And to his credit, I like this kind of bold new change. We've never had the Predator as the protagonist. And I was fucking rooting for Deck. I love Deck. He's great.
I know you do.
I love Big Deck. I love Little Deck. I love Young Deck. You do root for Deck. I mean, he managed to make the Predator relatable, a crowd-pleasing movie. There's some fun. Like, Deck is funny. He's got some funny lines. But yeah, ultimately, he makes it into like a buddy cop. Remind me of Star Wars. Remind me of Avatar. And yes, there's a cute sidekick. It's a little Disney-fied, of course. But the pacing I thought was very good. There's action scenes after action scene. It doesn't stop. And just to have this fully fleshed out Yautja character is kind of crazy. And even I thought the script was good. Most of the things make sense. I know Ruggs will point out some things that don't, but I didn't see any big holes in it.
I mean, it's a pretty straightforward story. It's not trying to, the movie is not trying to take you and like do something profound or anything like that. They're not trying. It's once they get to the planet, it's literally, okay, he has to kill this monster to prove himself. And then he meets people along the way that change his worldview on how he should actually be living.
Yeah. And it does what it needs to do, basically, right? It just needs to be fun. It needs to have some fun action. And I think it does.
I mean, the goal of the movie is for you to relate to this character and show you action and get you to the point where you're like, okay, I can believably root for this character and I want Deck to accomplish his end goal. And, and then there's some things that get thrown at him along the way that dissuade him from what his end goal was, which was to kill the giant, what was it called? The callus?
Well, he does kill it. It just doesn't die.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, let's go through like the big moments. I even love the very opening crawl, the little bit from the Yautja Codex. The Yautja are prey to none, friend to none, predator to all. That's dope. But like, these are the rules, right? You start to, and very quickly in this 15-minute opening,
which they showed at
that's
Comic-Con,
what they showed you. Yes.
That.
And I think, seeing Deck's eyes, he's very expression. He's lots of expression. You can see what he's thinking. Like, you feel bad for him, and it's a great, efficient way. The opening opens with him and his brother Quay fighting. He's trying to earn his cloak, and his brother's trying to teach him some lessons, and they clearly have a bond. And then their fucking dad shows up, and his dad's an asshole. And apparently Quay was supposed to fucking kill Deck. And he's like, why haven't you killed him? And he tries to kill him, but doesn't, freeze him.
I would have liked to see something that kicked that off, because it just opens up like you're supposed to die. Like I really would love to see him fail or do something to embarrass his dad, and that would because that just seems so empty. Like,
well, but it's because he's the runt. He says he's
but he's been a runt his whole life. He should have been dead by now.
I actually do.
Been called by now.
That's a good. I didn't think of that, but I do agree that might have added just a little more for you to understand the world that this is and the culture, and to root even more for Deck. I think you still end up rooting for Deck, but I think that's a good point.
But I do like the bits.
I think you didn't have to do a scene. You could have just had the brother go, now it's like your whatever birthday, I have to fight you. And if you don't put up a good fight, you're going to have to, Dad's going to want me to kill you. And then they fight, and then he loses. And the dad's like, yeah, you got to kill him now. And then he just refuses.
And the brother still saves him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do like he's arguing for him because Deck has picked his target, his prey. This is when we learn about the Callus and the death planet Jenna, and he wants him. He's trying to convince his dad, like, let's give him a chance to hunt. But then it's fucking emotional, and Deck sees his brother just get decapitated while he saves him and turns the ship on to take him to Jenna.
This was the scene though where, if you had concerns, I think, about the PG-13, I think your concerns were a little bit alleviated because he cuts his head off.
There's a lot of heads getting popped off, a lot of arms getting chopped off. Now, Ruggs, you said this in your Patreon review, and I will concur. I also saw this in Dolby, and this whole fighting sequence at the beginning was very dark.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't see shit.
If it wasn't for the red laser swords, I would not have known what the fuck was going on.
I could see everything perfectly fine. Yeah.
I saw the AMC Dolby laser, and I'm like, this shit is a little dark here. And I was like, let's get to the planet where there's fucking daylight so I can see some shit.
Yeah, I was totally flabbergasted. I thought it was maybe the way, it's got to be the way that the Dolby is, isn't it supposed to have like the best black level and brightness?
They show you that before. You think you knew what black was. And
I thought I really got ripped off because I missed that whole scene.
Washed out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it, but maybe it was dark. I didn't see it. That wasn't something that I could call out.
Dark. But then you get this title card, and then
I love a good title card after things happen.
After like 15 minutes, and then they're like, boom.
And you just see the landscape that he's in, and it's like, this is gonna be
there's like a
badass.
giant worm on that cliff, and you notice the thing moving. I was like, what the fuck is happening on this planet? But Deck crash lands on the planet and has weapons there,
and he becomes Jack Sully
that he's brought. Yes,
Jake Sully.
From Avatar.
Yeah.
He's got all his weapons, which the trees immediately take and try to kill him. So you get all these video game levels, right? And they don't waste time.
So it's a video game. The movie's a video game.
That's a fun scene where he's fighting the fucking tree creatures and slicing them in half. But they steal a lot of his weapons. I do like how he's fixing himself with plants like fucking Rambo in the forest. It reminded me of Rambo a lot. And then there's a moment where he discovers these exploding worms. I love like all the stuff the flora and the fauna and the kind of like Avatar Light kind of world building shit. Like there's a lot of interesting creatures on here. But
I also like the fact that they didn't spend the amount of money that Avatar is spent
only $105 million.
But I thought it looked really good for the most part.
I was like, this is kind of a reasonable mid-budget $100 million or something like this.
I wouldn't say it's mid-budget.
I think that everything looked good. I just don't like the design of everything.
There's literally a visual effects shot in every scene throughout the whole movie. Yeah. And for him to do that for $100 million, that's not bad.
I do agree, actually, though, with Ruggs. I think everything looked good. But I don't think it was super, like there's cool little things, but I don't think the planet itself had a look where I'm like, I remember what that planet,
I mean, there's
like what the vibe
is. Grass and craggly mountains. And
it's like they're like, oh, in this field, let's make it all grass.
There you go. Razor grass, which is fucking cool. Come on, razor grass. It's great. But yeah, I guess it's kind of generic-y, whereas, Jim Cameron's Avatar, you got the floating fucking mountains and it's all very distinctive, but this is $105 million. What do you want?
Well, it's just, you have to think of it. It's all in the computer anyway.
That's true. No, I love when he discovers those exploding worms. He throws it and it explodes. And the look on his face is just like, good to know. He's like, okay, those things explode.
Well, also he realizes there's those worms that spit shit.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Well, that's later. So then he combines those later.
And he learns from the girl from, Elle Fanning's character that if you feed them, they become your ally.
Yeah, so he's got a little pet on his shoulder. Speaking of Elle Fanning, this is where he meets Thea, walking through the field of exploding splinter fucking plants, and she's tied to a fucking nest at the top of the mountain. And right away, she's charming. She's very. This was a fun scene with the dragon dropping things, and he throws her a weapon, and she's that. When it's about to get him, and she just gets him. And then pops up and is like, hi. She's cute. It's cute.
I didn't understand how she jumped onto the dragon.
She's very quick on her hands there.
She does that thing one time and then she never does it again.
No, she was down there in like seconds. She was way on top of that mountain and had to cut herself out and crawl all the
This is like one of those, we wrote it this way.
They wrote it that way. It just that
she could do that for that moment.
So this we learned she has no legs. And she knows about the Callisk. She knows he's hunting the Callisk. The Callisk did this to her. And, of course, he keeps saying, "You'll hunt alone." But
I do like that he calls her a tool.
Yes, because she pitches herself. She's like, look, I
could be useful.
I got you. I'm a tool. Just take me.
I thought it was weird that he was perplexed that there was an android.
Yeah, you don't think
he's got he just was driving a giant ship that could fly through fucking space and shit. Like, and you're like, oh, you don't understand how a cyborg works.
I thought it was actually more. I do see where you're saying. I think he was just more like he was like, fuck, I got to work with it. Yes. Like he was like more like, I got to work with this thing, but my pride says I shouldn't be working with this thing. And by the way, the line isn't. She doesn't call herself a tool. She says, I could be useful. Yes, and he goes, like useful like a tool.
I will take you, tool.
So you're a tool.
I will take you. So it kind of bypasses his fucking codex there, right? He doesn't really go against it. But she's so funny because she's very chatty and she's just asking him questions and what his name is. And then finally, I love how he takes the branches and makes a backpack that he can wear with her facing the other way. And he goes, "My name is Dick. You talk that way now." And then they keep going. And here you have the great iconic silhouette of like a fucking Chewbacca with C-3PO or Luke with Yoda on his back.
Right.
Kind of thing happening. And
I thought it was the relationship there. At times, I thought the jokes were maybe a little too much, but I found it entertaining enough to like be like, this is fun.
Now, since we kind of said it without saying it, when is the Predator going to show up in Star Wars?
I mean, all this shit is going to be combined. Alien, Predator, Star Wars, Avatar. They can all put it all together. They can just put it all together if they want.
That is a bad idea. Don't ever listen to this, Disney.
Terminator?
Oh, you think they're not going to do it?
No, not Terminator.
Think about the worst possible thing, and Disney's going in that direction because they think it's cool. Why don't we just have them all together?
Moving on.
Well, we get the Weyland Yutani mention. And to your point, Ruggs, this is like the farthest future in the Predator timeline. You think these fuckers would know about Weyland Yutani, who in this movie, like everything, are collecting fucking alien species as weapons or...
I mean, if they're coming to Earth like every few years to fuck around, which they have, if we're talking in continuity, you have 9 movies of them coming to Earth for fucking around.
Yeah.
They should know what's up at this point.
So, yeah.
Well, I do think we don't still know enough about the Predator culture, but it sounds like they operate as clans, so maybe they don't communicate with each other like that.
Oh.
Yeah, but I would fight back because we just watched that animated movie where they have all the fucking people, they pulled them all.
Yeah. Well,
and so they seem to know a lot of shit.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, they got...
The more you peel back the layer on the Predator stuff, the more it starts to kind of unwind. Because I did listen to your Patreon review, Ruggs, and it was a good point that they live in caves, yet they have all this technology. So someone's got to just sit down and write all this down and then figure out how it all makes sense. I don't know if anyone's ever done.
I feel like there's 2 ways to look at it. Either that there's another race that they're enslaving that's making all their shit for them, which I would which I would go for, or that there's there's nerdy predators that are making this shit.
I would like that first idea. That would seem to fall more in line with the culture that we know of the predators.
Yeah, maybe they trade or something for tech.
No, they would never trade.
Would trade anything.
Enslave.
Oh, yes. But
they're already hunting. They're already doing terrible things.
Yeah.
So, hunting people.
But look, I'll tell you something. Weyland Yutani does a smart thing in this movie that we complained about in Alien Earth, which is send an all-synth team to hunt down these fucking dangerous things. And that's what Thea explained. They've been there for 2 years. She's been up in the last 13 days. And we learned there's another one named Tessa. But I was like, that's fucking smart finally. Don't send humans.
Yeah. Man, don't ever
send humans. So then we meet Tessa. And she's all fucked up, but they just they reboot her. They fix her up, and she's talking to Mother from the Alien franchise. I know that name. It's from Alien. And they know all about the Yautja and Thea. And then we get to the scene with the razor grass, because he's hungry, and you see a big bone bison thing there, and she warns him about the razor grass, which I think it's a fucking cool look. Like, you just can't get there. And we meet a little creature who just shows up. You don't like how he just showed up, Ruggs?
No.
He was also there hunting the bone bison, perhaps.
He was.
Yeah, right? And he's got a little hard shell he can roll into the razor grass. But this is kind of a fun scene where Deck chases him through the trees and the thing comes after him, and then the little creature saves them, and then he saves the little creature.
Well, the creature gets the way you're describing that. The creature basically starts to respect the predator because the predator can kill that bone bison.
Right.
So then the little thing then tries a little, spoiler alert, the baby Callisk then helps him out by getting hard and getting hard and Deck get into a ball and breaks the teeth of that thing that was trying to eat them.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a cool kill here. The thing starts charging at them, and he throws his sword and just slices the fucking bone bison guy in half. And then there's another thing above him. Next video game level, it's a big. It's called a Luna bug, but it's really big to be a bug. It kind of looked like the eye thing from the Suicide Squad or that other movie, or even a giant eye Oculus kind of thing. And that's where it tries to eat him, and the little thing jumps in and saves him. And then that's a sick move where it's in the razor grass with the bug, and he chops the tree down, rides it, and leaps, and then just fucking stabs the thing in the head. I thought that was good.
That was a cool kill.
That was definitely
got moments.
Yeah. So we get a little campfire scene, and this is where it gets a little cute. And then Thea's all excited, and she names him Bud. And he is mimicking Deck.
My theater was
like
was
a
laughing.
Parent or something, right? He's like, I thought that was really funny. But this is where you do see Deck kind of open up and talk about his brother and his father and the things he has to do. And she's like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to survive on your own? Who would want to? She's like, I can't survive on my own, but why would you want to survive? Mm-hmm. And then he calls the other one her sister, Tessa, her sister, which she never thought of. And then this was really funny because they're having this emotional moment. She's like, oh, my sister. She goes, I need to find her. And he goes, and legs. And she's like, excuse me? He goes, you need to find your sister and legs. I was like,
I like the little bud things spitting on him too, and he's like
marked him, and now he's part of his clan. But I mean, the movie had some funny moments. Like Deck had some funny fucking lines.
That was I forgot about that line where he's like, and legs.
And then remember, Deck picks up his laser sword, and Bud just lights a branch on fire.
Right,
that's fucking funny.
I did find it interesting because the android the goal here is. They want you to be convinced the synth like has these feelings and can all of a sudden can have this free will. I did think it was I don't know. I didn't fully get on board with the fact that when he mentioned sister, that kind of changes her worldview enough to be like, oh, this is my sister.
Huh.
Right? Like I just didn't the synth having these feelings, like it seems like I don't know. I don't really know if
it is a little bit. Yeah. By their reasoning, where she, they have the conversation of she's programmed with these so she can.
They were programmed to have feelings,
right? So they can connect with the species or the planet and have empathy to study them.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, that seems. Yeah, I just
that's a very flimsy excuse.
Yeah, I don't know the feelings thing. I can get on board with like Michael Fassbender with the synths having like curiosity.
Sure. Oh yeah. Or like Timothy Olyphant.
They want to learn
in Alien Earth, kind of. Yeah.
Right. But the feelings thing and it being a sister makes, I don't know. It was just a little strange.
There's a lot of new things in this movie for Alien.
But it's one of those where I shrug my shoulders and go, the movie's not trying to really. It's just trying to have fun. I go, okay, fine.
You gotta have a little moments here and there.
Oh.
So then they don't, the little Bud connects with them, but Deck don't have anything to do with him, and they just fucking abandon him and leave without him. And Thea doesn't like this, of course. But then Deck continues to tell her, like, I can't show weakness to my father. And there's this lovely exchange about wolves on Earth and the alpha wolf, which I kind of like that.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And, she says the alpha wolf isn't the wolf that kills the most. It's the one that best protects the pack.
I love when he goes, I'm the wolf that kills the most.
He's like, I'm going to be the alpha wolf that kills the most. Completely missing the point of a wolf pack. But you start to, the themes of like family and clan and shit.
Well, it's a theme of like found family versus your own family.
What is your clan what you were given?
all these Disney things are all about
they really are.
Family suck and you need to find your own family.
Find your own family. Get some friends and some creatures.
How's that work out?
So Thea finally leads him to Weyland-Yutani's site where the callous fuck everything up, where her legs are. And she's like, oh, there I am. And this is, I do like this scene too. He helps her get her on the table. She's stitching herself up. And he's like, where's the callous? I got to fucking get this thing. And she kind of tells him, you can't kill this thing. We are also here to get it. Many Yautja have come here trying to kill this thing. None of them has been successful. And then they have the other moments nice where she's like, I'm never going to forget this. And he's like, you know what? I'm never going to forget this. And then you start this thing where she calls him Deck of the Yautja. And he goes, not yet. Not Deck of the Yautja yet. So he blows up a fucking gas tank to, I guess, lure the callous, which works. And it comes.
Yeah, but she's telling him to leave.
Yeah, she's like, I called my sister. They're coming.
Right.
She's probably get the fuck out of here. And he's like, fuck it. Call your sister. I don't care. I need to get this callous. This is how much it means to him. This moment was great. And when she confesses that they're to get the callous, he is instantly like, no, you don't use me. I use you. And she's like, I'm sorry. I kind of use you. He's like, no, I use you. I was like, God damn, that's pretty good. I did like that in that exchange. Because he is like offended that he got fooled. He's fucking Yautja. He got fucking fooled a little bit. What does that say about that? Makes him relatable, I think. Anyways, Calix shows up, and this thing is fucking huge. It's kind of cool. It's good design, I guess.
Is it?
It's all right. It's a big.
You remember what it looks like?
I'll tell you, I did, because the minute it sniffed him and stopped and he saw his face, I was like, oh, that looks familiar.
I knew right then.
I was like, that looks familiar.
I knew right then that baby
is related to Bud.
Right.
But you realize how fucking strong this thing. He chops off his tail, it grows back.
Well, let me interject there. I do think this is a good scene, but I will agree with Ruggs in that the Calisk itself is not that memorable.
Generic.
Like the Predator design is still like far and above anything that they added in this film. Like the actual the original Predator look.
Yeah, the Calisk is like very bland. It's just
it's like what a kid would be like. This the toughest monster in the world would have like a million teeth and a lot of
pointy
spikes
things and a big tail.
Yeah.
What do we think about Deck's look, though? I thought I like Deck. I liked what he's wearing. I liked his face expressions.
Yeah, that's the question I actually had for Ruggs.
It's all CGI.
Yeah, what'd you think of the face with
missing a fang? He lost a fang when he was younger.
I don't know. I mean, his hair tie is tied up. He's got very low hairline, which the Predators usually have this big forehead with the stuff coming out almost like a crown. He doesn't have that. He just kind of has they try to humanize him a lot. They tried to they brought down the hairline down. And
did you find the CGI to be good enough?
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Okay, because I remember being at Comic-Con. I think I said this when I first talked about it, but I'll repeat it here. The reason they went with a CGI face is they said that the practical look with the mandibles and all that, they just weren't able to get enough of they couldn't get that to emote enough for what they needed.
I think the CGI it does convey the emotion very well on Deck, because you knew
how much of it was just the mandibles or the whole face.
I think the whole face, because you can see shots behind the scenes photos, and the dude playing him, his face is coming through, just his face. And he's got like a headpiece that comes up around his hair and his neck, so. The whole face was...
Yeah, the body is him, but the face is a CGI.
Yeah. Anyways, he tries to cut the fucking thing's head off, the Calisk, and it just grows back. And that's what it's about to get him. And it sniffs him, and it recognizes something and stops. But this is when they are all caught by Tessa, who's been rebooted and kind of wants to finish her mission and is very emotionless compared to Thea. And Tessa and Deck and the Calisk are all caught and brought to Weyland-Yutani camp.
Well, they freeze him. That's how they're able to catch him.
Yeah, because at this point, she found his ship and took his weapons. And so that's one of his freeze bombs. And she has the shoulder gun later. So she has his shit. She's following him. And he wakes up and he thinks it's Thea, but it's not. He calls her a broken tool. And then she does a callback where she's like, "You are now property of Weyland-Yutani, a great honor for you." I think he said that to Thea earlier, or he was like, "It's a great honor for you." But I like this too. Thea notices her sister's she's a little mean. She's a little, got one thing on her mind, and she's trying to convince her to just let Deck go. It's like, we'll just take his weapons. So she's trying to save him, but then Tessa she's like, "I need a sample." Shoves things in his head and he's screaming.
Well, no, Tessa is trying to, she wants a sample, but then she's also trying to torture him into speaking about how to use the weapons.
Oh, that's right.
They need to learn more about how to use that tech.
Which then he uses with Thea to help him escape. Where he's like, "Tell that guy to ask about this." And it's some toy that explodes. And Thea frees him and he jumps off the ship. But Deck returns and he heals himself, and you get this great montage. I love this. He grabbed the shit that he saw on the planet, and
he basically makes organic predator weapons. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's awesome. He uses the stinging plants, the razor grass. This is when he makes friends with the spitting worm.
The spitting worm being his shoulder cannon's kind of fun.
That's great. And then conveniently just runs into Bud. I thought this was weird. He turns around and fucking Bud is right there.
Of course.
From nowhere. And this is where he's like, "Oh, you're the child." And now everybody knows you're the child. And so this is another great plan. he frees Tessa's legs to kind of distract and find Thea. Sorry. Thea, the legs, it's funny. Just legs walking through Weyland-Yutani camp as he fucking stealth kills, pops the heads off.
His mission now is he's not here to kill the Callus. His mission now is to kill Thea.
Yeah,
right?
No, Tessa. His
Tessa,
target has changed.
Yeah. Right.
And, with Thea realizes that he wants to save because it's his mother. And this is not, the hunt is different. I was like, wow, that's different. The legs and Thea, when she's free from her cage and the legs just taking out the synth. That fight was kind of fun because it ends with a leg hand high five, which again, it's kind of funny. And then you get some more alien imagery with the loader. Thea finds Deck. And then again, she's like, Deck of the Yautja. And he goes, not yet. And then this is the plan.
But I think you got to also just, because you're narrating what Deck is saying. For those that haven't seen the movie yet, why are you listening to this? You go see the movie. But secondly, they do this thing where Deck is speaking in Yautja, but Thea is speaking back to him in English, but he's able to understand because she's like set some sort of like
universal translator. That's how you make that happen. Yeah. I think Star Trek had that shit too.
Some bullshit. Yeah.
It's a brilliant little thing to just have you understand everybody without having to take too much time. The plan is his trophy's changed. He wants Thea and Bud to rescue the Callus, and he's gonna go after Tessa. But I love this trap. He said he's just sitting there, and the synths come, and he's literally combined the spitting worm with the exploding bugs and made a trap for all that. I thought that was brilliant. Also, it's very good.
Are you complimenting Are you complimenting Deck in your narration of the story?
Deck is smart. He's changing his morals. He's seeing things. I really love Deck. Like I really, as the movie, I said it again. Don't clip that anyone. Let's see what happens.
I mean, there's not much here, Rod. Let me take over. He fights Thea. Was it Thea?
Tessa.
Sorry, I keep getting it wrong.
In the Weyland-Yutani loader.
In the Weyland-Yutani loader, right? And he fights him, and he's not going to be able to beat that. But the Callus gets let go, or unchained. So now he and the Callus are fighting Thea.
That's a great line when he lands on top of her, and she's like, "How does it feel to be hunted?" And he's just, "You tell me." And the fucking Callus jumps on Tessa, just rips that thing apart and swallows her whole. Now, if you were paying attention, she had Deck's fucking shoulder cannon still on her. That's not going to be good. But the mom and the Callus have a moment, and it's cute. And Deck and the Callus have a moment, and they are all accepted. And then the Callus explodes.
On the inside. And that, I guess, then that apparently kills it.
Yes. That was really sad. It's 1,000 little pieces, and it throws everyone, and Bud is like looking at the pieces of his mom. And then she rises like fucking Terminator. Deck manages to kill Tessa. He's right behind her.
So I guess that he killed the thing that killed the Callus makes him she's the ultimate predator because she killed the Callus.
She was more dangerous.
He kills her.
Well, he incapacitates her, and then Bud bites her head off. And then he keeps the head as a trophy.
Yeah, because he's gonna take it back. But I do love when he grabs the shoulder cane. He's like, "This is not yours." And then Bud rips her head off in front of him. And then again, she goes, "Deck of the Yautja" to him, and he's still like, "Not yet." And then we head back to Yautja Prime. Is this the first time we've seen Yautja Prime in a movie? No. Okay, I can't remember. Was it an AVP?
No, in Alien vs. Predator Requiem, you see the.
Okay, I thought it was AVP. I don't remember those movies. But he's got to confront his father. So, look, Deck returns with Tessa's head, fights his father.
He returns with the head, throws it at his father, and his father's still
wants his cloak.
And his father's like, "Nah, fuck you. You're still the run."
Like, what is this?
And orders all the people to kill him. Deck takes them all out. I'm going to narrate this and run because you do it'll take another 20 minutes. Deck then his father's like, "All right, well, I'm fucking going to kill you." Deck beats down his father, even though his father has the cloak. there's like a
Deck is smart.
there's like the ship storm, like ship blows sand all over, and he's able to see him.
Very smart.
And then when his father's incapacitated, he's like, "Oh, you've passed the test. Like, it's cool."
He's like, okay.
But then Deck's real clan comes out and finishes the job for him.
He's like, take your place with your clan. He's like, I have a clan, and Bud, now bigger, bites his fucking dad's head off. And Thea is there, and this is his new
This is his clan. But then, and you get this moment where he now has his cloak and he has his clan.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of bowing to him. And then another ship shows up, and Thea's like, "What's that?" And he goes, "It's my mom," and she's basically not going to be happy.
He's going to be so grounded. Yeah. He is finally Deck of the Yautja, and if you thought his dad was bad, I can't imagine. Have we ever seen a female Yautja in any of these movies?
We don't know. Those could have been females.
What'd you guys think of the ending there?
Ruggs, you start.
What? I thought it was good. I thought it was a satisfying ending. The bomb coming in, that it did perplex me a little bit. But I look forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah, he said
I thought the ending was fun. I thought it was a good time. Him having his own little clan is cute. And I thought it was badass the way he beats his dad up, even though his dad has the cloak. It's what you want to see, right? So you want to see him beat up his dad.
He chops
and I
his
thought
arm
the music
off,
was really epic here too.
Yeah. Yeah, the score's good. Yeah, he chops his arm off just like he did to his brother.
Yep.
If you notice. But I was like, oh my God, there's more action. Another whole fucking fight scene. Like,
right.
Yeah, plenty of action. That was the good thing about it.
Yeah, the amount of fight scenes were fantastic. And let's talk about, so Trachtenberg had ideas for 3 movies, not counting Killer Killers, 3 live action. He's done 2 of them. I would love to see another one because I want more Deck. Don't clip that.
If we're following what he's been doing, he might just do something completely different again. Because Prey doesn't tie in really to Killer of Killers until the end, and then Killer of Killers doesn't really tie into this.
Right.
And I will say, even though there's this one, I think is the weakest of the 3. I'm just giving that away of the 3 Trachtenbergs. Okay. I do think overall he's been successful in 3 different types of movies. I mean, they're all Predator movies, but Prey is like essentially a throwback Predator movie.
Yeah.
Killer of Killers is an animated like adventure movie with like an anthology almost of 3 different stories, and this is told from a Predator perspective. And apparently the rumor is if he does do a 3rd one, which I'm assuming he will, given the success that he's in talks with Arnold to bring him back.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. We listen, we got to discuss this whole thing, but could you see everything he set up? Deck joining forces with Naru and Dutch and Harrigan and Ursula, who are all in the cryo chambers.
Yeah. I mean, that's teased, right?
Will they take him? He defeated a head predator, and every time, what do we see? Killer Killers, they're collecting everybody who's defeated the hunter predators.
Yeah, but if we're following the culture of the predators, they wouldn't just take it. Like, predators kill each other all the time.
That's true.
Because in the movie Predators, they kill each other.
Yeah.
And in this one, the dad kills his own son.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, it starts.
And it sounds like if there are runts in the Predator culture, they do get killed off. So I don't think they would just take one because you killed one.
Well, I mean, even Tessa, when she's examining him, she's like, I thought they called their runts. How did you survive? Mm-hmm. Right? She knows everything. She's asking him. Now, Arnold returning. We saw what happened with the Terminator. Didn't really work. But I kind of want to see Dutch again.
But what's he going to do?
I don't know. You can't. Do you de-age him? What do you do?
Is he old Arnold and he's like the only one that knows what they are?
That's what I don't.
He's like,
I think what you do is, first of all, I'd love to see Arnold back.
Yeah.
I think what you do is he's basically, he tells these stories and no one believes him about the Predator.
Oh.
Now, the only thing is, and he tells these stories, and he's like this old, secluded guy, and then maybe I don't know how you tie it in, but that's the perspective I would have with him or the worldview. The only thing is this movie feels like it's very far into the future.
Yeah.
So the only way you'd bring him back is if Arnold was frozen.
Well, he is though in Killer Killers. A young Arnold. Is
Now that you mentioned that, I don't know how you do it because you'd have to completely de-age him.
Yeah,
because that's what's established is they capture the human and age and freeze them.
I mean, you could do it in an animated movie, but you're really, he's talking about live action. He's got another idea, another live action, and I just like him going, "What else can we see?" Like Killer Killers was something everyone was like, "I would love to see them in different time periods," and then he does it. And then this one, what else can he do? Make him the hero. Make him the protagonist.
I mean, maybe the idea, it seems like they're kind of trying to build towards another Alien versus Predator. I mean, the Weyland-Yutani thing was just super overt.
I feel like that we're teetering on the edge here. It's like, I feel like this worked, but I think if we push any more in the other direction, we're in trouble.
The next step is going to be.
Well, I did listen to a review. I forgot who it was online, and they agreed. They basically said, I forget who the name of this guy is, but he basically said, "Hey, this was a lot of fun, but I don't want Disney to learn from this that we need all the future Predator movies to be told from the Predator perspective. Like we could still we can flip back to like the Predator being also horrific like monster."
Oh, sure.
I think there's a lot of stuff to be mined from the Yautja, because if you think about it, they're the Spartans of the alien world. You know, like the Spartans were very much killing off the weak. They had no room for any bullshit, and it was a very rough lifestyle growing up in the Spartan way. So that is I guess like a parallel to them. So you could also have the Athenians or the other people that were not the warring race. Maybe there's another side to the Yautja. Maybe we don't know, but you can explore that in a movie without actually. You could have humans. You could have some of the people that they have in the freezing to get out. You know, they froze, get out, and you could kind of try to escape and get the fuck up out of there. And you can learn about the Yautja from there.
In the movie Predators, the one with Adrian Brody, they did tease that there were Predator factions at war with each other because they had the advanced Predator that had basically captured one of the Predators, and they were like clans. Oh. Maybe building on that, you do some sort of like war movie where the couple clans fighting each other. Ooh. The only thing though, when you do that is the budget for that would be so high. And I don't know, even though this movie is probably going to do well and make money, I don't know if there's enough Predator fans to go like full out, make a big budget, $250 million Predator movie and make your money.
Yeah, they're just going to make a sequel to this. They have the mother thing dangling in the wind. And he's definitely setting up for a sequel with that. So we're going to see how the women run this barbaric society. I'm all for that. Barbaric women running a society.
But will there be more Weyland-Yutani references? It was a lot in this movie, but it didn't really give you any other.
They used it just enough, right? Like they used Weyland-Yutani to basically explain why there's a bunch of androids on this planet.
Right.
Well, they needed somebody to do the talking.
Yes.
That's true. And they had cute chemistry. There's a fun little couple there. He was going to call the movie Yautja.
No, that would have been horrible.
Which would have been a horrible idea. I agree. But the term first introduced in a 1994 expanded universe novel, Aliens versus.
I read that book.
That's where. Oh, you did? Oh, that's where Yautja comes from. But yeah, nobody would have known what the fuck it was if you called it Yautja. Anyways, all right. Let's wrap it up. Final thoughts. Give me a rating, score, anything.
I got it at a 7.5 out of 10. I had a really good time with the movie. There are some obvious flaws, and I think they leaned in a little too much into being cutesy. Like it wasn't too terrible, but it's definitely not like it was a risk with the Predator vibe, and I'm not sure if it always hit. But I had a lot of fun with it. I thought I said it to start, and I'll say it again. And I mean this in a good way. It really did feel like a video game, like a fun video game.
Yeah. Where does this fall in your in the rank there?
I mean, of the 3 Predator movies, it's by Trachtenberg. It's the third best, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I would say overall franchise, that probably puts it 4th.
Okay.
Out of all the Predator movies, which is what's that?
Number 1.
Oh, the original Predator. Yeah, it's the original Predator, Prey, Killers, and then this for me. And then I would go Predator 2, Predators, and then the Predator, and then those AVP movies are just like the worst.
Ruggs, what are you going to give it? Where are you putting it?
I think I'm going to put it 4th as well, in the same order that Anthony did. I was pretty much exactly all I think. And I'm going to give it a 7. It's fun. It's fun. It's got some clever stuff going on when he uses the alien stuff as weapons, and he uses the environment, and he kind of shows his acumen of what he's learned on the planet. And even though he's a little dick, I like him.
He's a little dick. I'm gonna give this an 8. I enjoyed it. Dan Trachtenberg, 3 for 3. I love it. You could clearly see his passion for the franchise. And I like that he's adding things and taking big swings and giving us new shit in this franchise. And I think your guys' rank is right. It's going to be the same at number 4, with the original being first.
Just don't think about the movie when you see it.
Just have a good time.
That's all.
Yeah.
And it is a good time. And fucking Deck is smart and funny. And I got connected to the character.
I mean, the movie was trying to. Can you make a movie from the Predator perspective and root for it, and would it work? And I think for the most part it worked.
To make the Predator relatable is fucking that's a huge task, and he does it.
I give him credit for taking a risk with the franchise.
Yeah.
Because there's a world where this is just an absolute bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I mean, listen, he's dangerously close.
Well, I'm right. It could have easily swung a different way, and he just teeters on. He just kind of he's on the edge, but he's on the good side. He's like any little thing could have fucking ruined this movie. And you see the Disneyfication kind of come in a little bit, but not enough to ruin it.
I think Trachtenberg. I mean, this is clearly he's single-handedly revived the Predator franchise.
Yeah.
I think this seems like it's his. Almost seems like it's his baby at this point.
And I like having him here, and you got Noah Hawley and Fede Alvarez on Alien.
Well, I know what Ruggs wants next.
What's that?
He wants them to inject the Predator into Alien Earth Season 2.
No, you're gonna ruin it.
How'd you know?
Put everything
No, I
together.
actually think that the best thing that Dan Trachtenberg did was understand that you can go other places with the Predator.
Yeah.
And 2 of those major things that you can do is, number 1, put a Predator at any time. And then that opened up that whole, the Prey, and then his animated movie with Predator throughout all different timelines. And that's interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can expand on the Predator lore and the Yautja stuff, and it'd be kind of cool to see what's going on there. So,
I even love how Prey happens during Killer of Killers. Right? In between like the 2 segments. And you think about everything they've been coming all this time. It's fascinating. Great stuff.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because when you think about it like that, the way Ruggs described it, those just seem like the natural ways to evolve the story. Yet no one was doing that. They kept just either doing remakes of Predator or really like going in like the Predator, where it's like, now there's evolved predators, and they went in this weird thing where like you have to capture a kid who's autistic because he's the next evolution of man. It's like, why are you going in such a weird, like that's not even at all connected to anything Predator is. Like,
imagine though, like when you made a joke about it just earlier, but think about it. So the Predators are always trying to find the most badass thing to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons I found it incongruent, is that they would have probably come to Earth just to fight a Weyland-Yutani synth
already,
because those things are, as we saw from the series, the most badass things that could do all kinds of fucking crazy shit.
That's true. The minute those things popped up in the universe, they'd be like, we got to go after one of these.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun shit to hunt. Yeah.
But I remember watching Prey the first time. I was like, why hasn't anybody done this yet? Why did this take so long? to just put it in a different timeline and have him fight all these different badass warriors. But he gives us another fun Predator movie.